Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Vice Admiral Rampart from Star Wars Star Wars The Bad Batch. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, Bad Batch fans. We're going to do a person. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. And it may not be exciting, but hopefully you're stuck around. Hopefully you're here because this is another practice in normal people. And what I mean by that is I know it seems boring. I know it's like, it's not a trooper. That's not, Darth Vader. I get it. I get it. It's not the most exciting thing in the world. But there's going to come a time when you're going to need to draw a normal looking person. You're going to get a request or a job, or your school or somebody is going to ask you, hey, I need you to draw a normal looking person. Well, I'm sure they're not going to say a normal looking person, but they're going to say, hey, can you draw Professor so-and-so? You know what I mean? You're going to get that kind of request. So things like this, even though they're not exciting, I get it, it's good practice for when you get that kind of request. Like someone's going to want or need something, maybe for a Christmas gift, maybe for maybe you want to draw one of your parents or something. You know what I mean? It's like it's going to come in handy that you know how to draw a person in a normal standing position, right? So this is kind of a practice in anatomy and that's how you look at it. Because like I said, I get it. It's not exciting. Or maybe it is, because to me it is. To me it's exciting. Any drawing is exciting. Even if I'm drawing a water hose, it's always going to be exciting because you want to give it your own little spin, your own little take on what you can do to make it yours, so to speak. But so you can make it how you draw. But like I said, it's just good practice for look at it this way. This is good practice for when we get to draw Thrawn. Think of it like that. That's the best way to look at it, because in so many words, that's what we're doing. We're drawing Thrawn, but with a different looking head. I've got a request for Thrawn, and we're going to get to it. We will. But I've got to get through. I get a lot of requests, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm glad we do. I don't mean it like that at all. As a matter of fact, I will never say stop sending a request. You people are my bread and butter. You are the ones who are guiding me through what we should be doing. So keep sending those requests in. The downside is everybody sends requests, and it's gonna take a while sometimes because exactly that. I get tons of requests, and the list just keeps growing and growing and growing, which again is fantastic, but that does mean that for some of you it's going to be a while before your request gets tackled, so to speak. And Thrawn is exactly like that too, that it's going to be a while before we get to his, just because I'm getting a lot of requests, and it's all you clone people. All you clone people that I want to see this clone, and I want to see that clone, and I want to see this clone, and I want to see that clone. Again, I get it. That's what you like. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying the clone requests are clogging up the extras requests, right? So I can't get to Thrawn because everybody who keeps requesting clones. Now, I'm trying to go in some kind of order, like as you request, I'm putting it in the order, in that kind of thing. But I might have to mix it up a bit because, again, like I said, it's everybody who jumped in here early, they got their requests in, and that's great. But that's pushing back the other stuff. And the reason I say it like that is because I've said before how there's a part of me that's like, well, why don't you just draw the one we just did and just color him the way you like? Color him with those colors that are, you know, the red stripe or the yellow stripe, you know. And I get it. Sometimes there's different things, like you know, Fives has different stuff, and you know, maybe Jesse has different stuff. I get that, but they're also, for the most part, it's kind of the same, you know. But I know everybody has their favorite. Sorry, I'm concentrating a little bit here. Alright, I think I'm about ready to switch over. Because for the most part it's clothes, you know, and he's just going to be standing there with his hands to his side. Everybody with the Black Series figure, I keep seeing them like put them with his hands behind their backs, but it doesn't look like they're held. It just looks like they're back there doing this. It doesn't look natural, is what I'm trying to say. I know you want it to, but it doesn't work. Okay, so let me erase some of these sketch lines, because what I usually do is like this. I just place a lot of lines down until I'm comfortable with the position, the proportions, and the placement. And once I am, I start adding, or I start pushing harder, and those are confidence lines, right? So what I'm doing now is just erasing the light sketch lines, because I want my Sharpie to stand out, not the pencil lines. And I'm just pushing hard enough to erase the sketch lines, but leaving the confidence lines. And that's how you live your life. Get rid of your sketchiness, keep your confidence. You'll do amazing things, and I'll be there to pat you on the back and tell you good job. Okay, so I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. I just started to rest on my arms. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. It's supposed to be a bigger explosion than that. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, and if you want to see more Star Wars, check out that playlist right there. Or just check out the playlist in general, because I do so many drawings. I may have already drawn what you're looking for, so check that out. If not, give me your request and we'll see what we can do. I'm going to jump right in with his face. I'm going to start the top of the lids like this, just to see if I've got them where I want them. That looks about right. So I'm going to draw the the color part of the eye, the retina, like this. Right? And so I'm going to hit the middle for the pupil, just a little bit like that. I can't go too far because, there we go, because these Sharpies will bleed, so I'm trying to keep it very simple. And for the bottom of the eye, I just kind of come back in like that. I can't really draw the bottom right now because it'll bleed. So I'm just kind of keeping it simple like this, okay? So for his eyebrows, we're just going to kind of come in and do one of these. Same thing, going to kind of keep it a little thick, a little I don't want to say angry, but furrowed. That's the word I'm looking for. Kind of something like that. And for the bridge of his nose, I'll go ahead and draw a little bit like this, just coming down, because I do have him kind of turned to the side just slightly, that I can add to that. So for his nose, I'm going to come in here and do this. And leave it at that. I want to do more, but I'm going to let color take care of that. I'm not going to draw a whole bunch of lines, because right now we're good where we are. So there's his mouth. We'll draw his bottom lip a little like this. And he's got a very, very, very predominant chin. It's a little big. especially in the animated version. They're trying to accent things, and I think they went a little too overboard with his chin, but hey, it's just me. Alright, so I'm going to draw his jaw like this. There's his cheekbone. Something like that. Kind of come in very cut manly style, you know. And let's draw his other jaw. Nice chiseled jaw is what they call it. Because they mean like chiseled out of rock. That's what they mean by chiseled jaw. And if you see, I'm starting to thicken up some of my lines on the outside. A is to clean up a few little mistakes I made, but B, it's to get ready to look like that. Because that Sharpie is super, super bold, and I know where it's going to go, so I'm kind of prepping the lines for what it's going to look like. So I'm going to draw his ear like this. I'm going to draw like a line coming out like that. There we go, something like this. I'm going a little too crazy with that ear. But I do want to draw the bold line like I was talking about. Now you don't have to do that. It might even look a little too weird with pencil lines. I'm just explaining to you why I'm doing it. Okay, I'm going to draw his little sideburns there. What's funny is, never mind. I'm drawing a hairline. Never mind. Let's concentrate on what we're doing rather than me try to tell you stories. I tell you stories in the Sharpie portion. I mean, in the sketch portion, and let's not worry about them in the ink section where you guys want to be. Okay, so his hair is kind of back. I'm not going to draw all the hairs, but I just wanted to show enough to show that it's going back. Right, that's his hairstyle. Just swoop back. That's it. But again, I do want to thicken my line up. I like that. I like that. A little high, you know, but you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. People have a high hairline. You know, receding is what it's called. Okay, that'll work, and so I'm going to bring his neck down, and then I'm going to switch over to the other Sharpie. Good. Alright, so he's just standing there in his uniform, so I'm going to draw his collar like this, and his shoulders. Sometimes I like to come back with a small Sharpie like this just to accent what I can't really capture with that Sharpie. Like the what do you call it? His ranking thing. Same thing. I'm gonna have to do that with the smaller Sharpie. Let's do his. I guess we're gonna do, what do you call it? His chest flap. Chest flap. Something like this. And this one. Okay, so the reason I wanted to do that is because now I can do his little pocket groove here. And his little, what are they called? Like comlink, what are they? Not insignia. Oh my gosh, there's a whole name for them. But they look like little pens that they carry in their little Star Wars clothes. I know this is floating, but I need to do the ranking insignia here first before I start drawing lines, because again, he's got the same thing, a little bit of a pocket with a little bit of the thing, and then his shoulders up like that. But again, I just wanted to make sure I drew that first so I don't draw through it on accident, okay? And you should do more than just lines. Like, it needs to look like buttons, right? Like it's leveled. So I wanted to try to raise it just a little bit by giving it that little edge there. So there. So nothing crazy. I'm trying to keep it simple, but I also want to keep it, you know, kind of cool. You know, it's a cool outfit. Plus, like I said in the sketch, this is practice for when we do Thrawn. Think of it that way. Okay, so his shoulders attaching to his material like this. Here's one sleeve coming down this way. And I'm drawing this first because it's in front of everything else. Drawing the edge of it down here like this. Drawing a little bit of bumps because it's material, you know, as much as it's starchy, like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's still movable, is what I'm trying to say. But it's stiff. That's the word. It's stiff. As much as it's stiff, I want it to look like it'll bend, it'll crease, right? So his hand is just going to be like this. He's just kind of standing there in a strong, defiant position. So let's go ahead and just draw it. Let's just draw the hand down like this. The thumb is tucked in. Here's the knuckles. See, pretty simple. Because he's got his hand to the back of us like this. He's just standing there like that. And see, there's not a lot of detail we get to put in. So we're just kind of adding a little bit of knuckle lines, you know, something like that, just to show that it's the back of his hand. Probably a little bit more than I should have, but that's okay. We'll just bring this one in just a little like that. That's fine. Okay, so for his clothing, we're going to draw his belt, or the buckle, I guess. Like that. And then I can draw the belt going off to the side. And it closes there, but you can't see it because it's right behind him. This one you can see. So we're going to go ahead and bring it off this way. Very simple design, just a belt. Then they have like, it's like a circle, but sometimes I laugh to myself. I was like, that's the Death Star, you know? It's kind of like their little club buckle, you know? It's like, are you part of the Death Star squad? It's like, oh yeah, then here is your honorary belt buckle, Death Star buckle. All right. And again, I want to draw what's in front first, so I'm going to draw the rest of his little dress shirt here. Kind of stick it out like this. Bring it in, and it's going to go underneath his hand there. Now, it does have this, right? This flap that goes all the way down. There, and I'm going to show a little bit of it out here. Like it does stick out enough that we can see it behind that hand a little bit. Okay? Again, just to give us a little bit of placement. Now this arm behind, but doing the exact same thing. So I'm going to draw like the sleeve buckled a little bit like that, just a little bit, but same thing. We're just going to draw the hand like this, and again it's going to go in a knuckle back behind all his clothes here. So we're kind of getting away with not drawing everything, but by drawing everything, you know what I mean? It's like it's there, but it's not. Those are the words I'm trying to get you to understand. And same thing here, just a little bit of wrinkles on his clothing. Not much, because like I said, it's kind of starchy, kind of thick, like it's not movable. Very military, you know? And he's got those big baggy pants, so let's draw him in like this towards his leg, and then we're going to tuck it in to the boot. So this one's going to kind of come out in that big old flared fashion he's got. And so this one, we're going to say the boot's right about there. This one's going to come back the same way. Tuck it in. Like that. So see, a little flared out for them pants for some reason. I don't know why they like them like that, but man, those militaries, not the militaries, those generals, they really like their let's see, on this one we'll do. I'm just trying to add, again, some creases and folds from where it's all tucked in. Especially when it goes into boots. I like drawing tucks like that because it's all pushed into the material, you know? But see how the hand is? There's not much we can do at this position, but that's how I wanted him. I want him standing military style. Okay, so this one's the boot coming down this way like this. Come down to the front of the foot. And it's pretty much pointed right at you, so we're not worried too much about detail. This one is off to the side. I'm trying to do it about the same spot. Here's the bend of the boot to the ankle. There's the back of the boot, basically. Something like that. We'll add just a little bit of extra just to, I keep grabbing the pencil, just to try and make it used, you know, a little flexible. Let's see, there's the tip. There's that tip. Again, I just like to show like where the ankle is. There's a lot of bends. It's very flexible. So, but there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Vice Admiral Rampart from the Bad Batch.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures on How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.